What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Coop's House. So today we're back in the shop working our come and swap square body project. So you guys remember last week we actually went ahead and knocked out all of the metal replacing all of that rust that was in the firewall. So we finally actually have a solid firewall. We had planned on going on and knocking out the cab corners as well, but we ran out of time and the episode's getting really long. So we just went ahead and called it. So off camera, we went ahead, we put this bracket back on and just knocked out a few more things, getting ready to spray this thing with epoxy primer so that we're ready for body work. So today, we're back in here, we're gonna get these cab corners knocked out first thing, and then we're gonna get this thing sanded down and ready to start body work and get this thing in primer. Super excited about that. It's a really, really big step toward getting this thing back on the frame, bolted down, and actually getting ready to start this thing up. So super big step. So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing spun around and we're gonna get to work replacing those cab corners. Alrighty guys, so we're back in the shop today. It's been a couple of days. So the other night you guys saw that we actually went ahead, got all this stuff welded up, got the cab corners replaced, and sprayed all of our bare metal areas with epoxy primer. So we've let that sit for a couple of days. So the next thing we're gonna do is go ahead and get some of this sanded down. You guys can see I've already started sanding a little bit, and I've done my best not to sand through it back to bare metal because this epoxy primer is what is actually gonna be what protects this thing from the elements at the end of the day. So yeah, we're gonna work on that, and then I've got a couple of dents up here. I'm gonna have to take my stud welder and pop a couple studs up there and pop those dents out, and then we're gonna get ready to go ahead and smear some body filler and hopefully get this thing ready to go in primer tomorrow. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do and not much time to do it in. So we're gonna try to get this knocked out. You ready?
Yes.
Alrighty guys, so we did a whole bunch of sanding on this thing. Basically went over the entire thing by hand first to kind of figure out where all of our little bad spots were and all of our problem areas. So got all those found, and then I ran back over it with the DA sander with 180 just to make sure that everything was sanded and everything was consistent. So now we know where all of our problems are, so we're ready to actually put some body filler on this thing. There's going to be a lot of body filler to go on the firewall because they have a lot to fix, and then also on the rocker panels and things like that. So we're about to mix up a whole bunch of body filler and put a whole bunch on this truck so we can sand a whole bunch back off. So it's going to be a fun few minutes. But anyway, yeah, mix up some body filler.
I love the chase and the hunt, and I set the pace when I'm running. I always take what I want and I always give it 100. Don't need a bank, no I'm funded. Play the game like it's nothing. I'm always thankful for something. Don't take for granted, stay humble. Now wake up! It's time to look at the enemy. Look in the mirror if he is no friend to me. It's not working out, maybe it's the chemistry. It's time to break up so I can make a better me. Better believe in your mind, cause it's everything. You can mold, shape, find almost anything. All it takes is some time and some clarity to find your identity. It's mind over everything.
Alrighty guys, so we've got a whole bunch of body filler on this thing, but we're going to call it here for today before we come back tomorrow because I don't know if you guys saw it whenever I was actually working on the roof, but there's a whole lot of surface rust on the sides where the paint had worn off, and then we just had some surface rust pop up over the doors. So I'm going to take and brush some OSPO on there. It's basically a rust neutralizer. It'll turn it into black oxide or whatever it is that they call it. But anyway, it'll neutralize that rust so we don't have to worry about it. But we're going to go ahead and put that on there, let it sit overnight so that it has plenty of time to work, and then we'll come back. We'll hit that with a sander tomorrow so we can do the body work we need to do over the doors, and then we'll get to sanding this down and re-skimming it and all of that good stuff to get it ready for primer. So yeah, good day, big productive day, and just a lot that we've got accomplished this week. So super excited about moving forward. So we're going to call it a day for today, and we'll see you guys back tomorrow.
And when I feel like this, I'm immortal. 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 Don't be scared. Just open up. Don't be back. I won't stop, I'ma fight until there's nothing left. It's so what? You're gonna be hurting bad, cause I've been to hell and back. You don't wanna make me mad, I stay strong. You will never see me crack. And if you get in my way, you're gonna feel the wrath.
Alrighty guys, so we're back in the shop this morning. It's been a few days, but we're back out here. So over the last few days, we've done a whole bunch of body work on this thing, and we didn't film all that because it was extremely time consuming, extremely tedious, and it was just the same thing over and over and over. So anyway, a whole lot of body filler went on this thing and a whole lot got sanded back off. But now we actually have the final coat on here because at this point we're kind of just chasing our tails without actually priming this thing, guide coating it, and figuring out where all the low spots are. So we're going to quit guessing. We're just going to go ahead and get this thing in primer. But we realize that we're out of primer, so we actually have to run into town and grab some. So while this last coat is actually on here, we're going to run, grab that, so that when we get back, we can go ahead, block all of this down, and get ready to get this thing in primer. And once we get this thing primed, we're going to be ready to move on to the next phase of this project, which is super exciting. So anyway, yeah, we're going to go ahead and run to town and pick up some primer.
You're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away, as you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. day. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away.
Alrighty guys, so this has been an absolutely epic week this week. So we've got out here, we busted our butts, we got all the body work as close as we could get it without priming it, and got this thing in primer. It's absolutely amazing to see this thing in all one color and not red. So it's actually weird but amazing at the same time. But super stoked to see this thing in primer, and really excited to be moving on to another phase of this project. So in the next one, we're actually going to be going ahead, shooting this thing with a guide coat, blocking it out, doing our other body work. That way we can spot prime this thing, block it out for the final time, and get this thing ready for paint. So absolutely amazing to be moving in the direction we're going. Big things happen this week. So super excited. Thank you guys for tuning in this week to this episode of Coop's House. So guys, make sure that you guys like this video, subscribe, talk to us in the comments, because the more you guys interact with us through likes, comments, subscriptions, all that good stuff, the more our videos are pushed out to other viewers with similar interests. And also make sure you guys turn on the notifications so you know when we post if you want to see some more on this build, because there is a lot more coming. So we'll catch you guys on the next one. Deuces.